be a high-stakes clash, and another one coming up from Columbus in this one. The Oregon Ducks come in to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes, and over the last several years, whenever these two teams have gotten together, high-stakes, playoff game, conference championship implications, all on the line. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of the season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive when Oregon takes on Ohio State. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Ducks headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Say it. Bringing the heat. Being chased. At the 35, he's loose. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got two of those on that one.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a pop.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Hey, guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Going with the counterplay here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand in the ball.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting...
Oh, out of space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's got the tight end, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
On the snap, it's Jackson. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, say it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, fourth and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on fourth down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Crosses the 35. Turns it on in midfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. And the Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Running inside, it's Hill. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head, in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Firing to the right, complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Ducks are flying down the field. Looking for room, it's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Moore with the play fake. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll get him down after a solid return. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Julian Ncaa to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking to throw it, Ncaa. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Makes a grab for a big play. Here he goes to the right. Touchdown, Buckeye! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Dante Moore. Here comes the heat. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Moore. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Wants to bring it back. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Throwing, Ncaa. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. 2 set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Jackson. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Got a little grass. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's Ncaa to throw. Complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing more. It's complete on the right side. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now rolling to the left. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route. They'll keep it on the ground. make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the pressure. And down he goes.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Say it. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And they'll knock him down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Saying from the gun on third down. The throw to the outside is complete. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Running inside, it's Jackson. Fighting off the defender. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Say it. Under fire. And they got him.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the fourth sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Moore. This time on target. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Flying out to the left. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Ducks. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's Julian Ncaa to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
He might want another play. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Ncaa. He's open on the right. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Ncaa back to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throwing, Ncaa. This time it's complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw on 1st down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Again, it's Ncaa. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Ball down inside the 5, at the 4 after the pick.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit. And how how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the right. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Ncaa. Oh, they're after him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Dante Moore. Makes the grab.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Gets it out fast. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. More to the air again. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's the heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with Tulsa taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Golden Hurricane in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the American Conference.
They'll go play action with Moore. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Moore. Dumps it off in the flats. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a lot receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. The run inside. It's Hill. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. More to throw for it on 4th down. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wideout trying to get it in. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Moore. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
14. Number 39 set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They come out for the first time in this 2nd half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Ncaa. Dances away to buy time. Throwing right. Hits the open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Here's a little room there. Touchdown! Buckeye! And the pummeling has started.